Hello everybody, welcome, greetings. I am so tired, I am hallucinating. This is my third take recording this because I've just been babbling and so distracted. But I'm not going to get distracted this time. I'm going to finish the video, finish the job. So you might be thinking, well, first of all, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for supporting the channel, liking and commenting on my videos. I'm at 225 subscribers now, which is pretty cool, and hopefully one day I'll be able to get to my goal of 1,000. So I'm extremely tired. Why am I so tired? Why am I recording this at 2:10 or 2:11 in the morning on a Thursday night when I have to be at work tomorrow? Might have something to do with the fact that pretty much all day from 9, basically like 10 a.m., 30 minutes or 20 minutes after the open, 9:45 a.m. we'll say, with a 1-hour break and then another 45-60 minute break to now, I've pretty much just been studying the charts. I wrapped up about an hour ago and was just documenting everything. But I was just studying the charts to no end, breaking down my plan, reconstructing it, experimenting with one thing, with 1 minute, with 2 minute, with 5 minute, thinking about just not quitting, but just stopping day trading and just switching to stocks altogether. Just went through a roller coaster of emotions today, but I never stopped studying today. I just stayed committed. I said, I'm gonna figure this out, and obviously I figured it out because I'm happy now and I'm recording a video. My brain is not working. I feel like I'm just gonna start rambling, so let me just think what I need to say. I changed my plan a bit. I added a 4th time frame. I changed my 2-minute time frame to a 1 minute, so I'm gonna enter off the 1 minute as I would enter off the 2 minute. Once I get entered, I'm going to switch to the 5-minute chart and trail, but I'll still use the 1 minute to scale in and pyramid into my positions at key points. So that's the big thing with my trading plan that has changed. And I know some people are going to see this and they're going to react by saying, Peter, you don't need to change your trading plan. Yes, I do, because it wasn't working well. For me, it worked very well for a certain period of time from basically all of November and a large part of December, and I had some very good trades. I had many 10R trades, but it wasn't perfect. There was a lot of mistakes. There were things that I would do differently. If I could have hindsight and go back, I would absolutely change some things. I made some comments. I'll share them here. I just want to add actually one more. So to my future self, when you eventually watch this, you can pause this and read this. And I'm actually going to pause. I'm actually going to add one more thing right now. If I ever go back to 2-minute plan on left, the 1 strike alone rule may be enough, but of course this would need to be back tested. That and just following the damn plan, which you did a very poor job of following my plan, guys. Very poor job. I made 60R following my plan, and that's with good losses included. So I think that, I don't know if that tells you enough, but that's what we'll say. So file, save. I just wanted to document this here. This is the new plan on the right. I think the new plan is going to be good. My entries are, I think, better, cleaner, sharper. I feel good about it. And if there's one thing maybe I would change, it would be to add a line about just setting the stop loss, where to set the stop loss on the initial, but I don't think I need to do that. I think I've got it up here. I'll just show you to document it. Let's go to the charts. or rather this chart. So basically, what I will do is I'll just pick a random time. I'll just scroll back, random time. Let's do MNQ though. Style, random time. It's okay, right here. Friday, what day is this? 19th of December. Right here, is it? Yeah, right here. So I'd get my signal bar right here, and I would enter off that. And basically how this works is if I get the signal, this bar with the arrow, which Thinkorswim alerts me, it sends me a text, makes a noise, and this is 9:30 a.m. so I'd ideally be watching this. Why is my computer freezing? My computer, Thinkorswim is freezing. There we go, we're back. So I'd enter here off the 1 minute. Let's zoom in on the hour just so you can see that. Where the hell? There it is. So this is the hour, this is the 5 minute, this is the 1 minute. 1 minute bar gives me my signal. If this bar on the right gives a confirmation break, we enter. If it doesn't give a confirmation break, we walk away. We just don't even watch. We don't bother. We don't say, oh, maybe there will be another one that does. What I found in my 12-hour grind sesh of a more than 12-hour, 15-hour grind sesh that melted my brain, one thing I discovered was all these rules about 3 strikes. I can have 3 bars that try to fill, or whether or not it fills, like, oh my god, just talking about it is making my head spin. I can't even articulate it at all because I know it in my head, but I'm so exhausted mentally that as soon as I finish recording this and uploading it, I'm just gonna go pass out and sleep. So let me try to articulate this one more time. The reason that I just have to walk away or be done, whether this signal bar fills, is because if it doesn't, if I introduce rules, it just complicates things so much. And I was experimenting. You can look at my live stream the other night where I just spent 2 hours just confusing myself. And basically, if I had the 3 strikes rule of, the first 3 bars after the signal I can try and enter off, or once you get a signal, just the first bar that works you can enter on, but if you get stopped out you can re-enter, or if you get with 3 strikes you can have 3 strikes but you can't re-enter, or you can have 3 strikes but you can re-enter. And it was so complicated. And thinking about it, and this is really important, this I think played a big factor in why I lost so much with my previous plan from stupid mental errors, particularly anticipating, was that I just had to watch it so closely, and watching all these bars move up and down and up and down, it's kind of like standing by a roulette wheel for me. The way it activates my dopamine system and just gets me to make dumb decisions and anticipate, it's not good. I found that for my mental game, for my sanity, for just being able to follow a set of rules, I must just have it be so simple. Like, signal bar, fill, great, we're in. Did it not fill? We walk away. Because there's always going to be more systems, more setups. And here's the other thing. First learned this from Lance, but I think I might have, maybe the first place I heard it was like Al Brooks or Adam Grimes, but it was really clarified by Lance B. Lance B did a video where he talked about his favorite trading quote, and his favorite trading quote is "The trend is your friend," which is a Jesse Livermore quote, or first attributed to Jesse Livermore, I think. And there's probably people before Jesse that said it, I'm sure. But he's basically just saying, he's talking about that quote, and he said the trades that go his way right away, those are the trades that end up being his best trades. And for me, I get in, and that's gonna be my best trade. And if I don't get in, and that's what happens. So I'm exhausted. Let's see what happens on this trade. So we'd get in here, the signal bar, we enter here. Stop loss, we just put at the end of this bar. Or just past, your points passed. We'll just put it here at 84. So we enter here, stop loss is at I can draw it actually. Stop loss is right there. So it goes my way. Boom. And I would get stopped out on this trade. So as soon as I enter on the 1 minute, I switch to the 5 minute, and that's where I just trail. And I just trail 2 with trend bars behind. So before, in my previous plan, it was just trading. It was just 2 bars behind I would trail. If I ever went back to the 2 minute system, this would be the other thing I'd probably change. Besides just not having complicated entry rules, just did the signal alert bar that Thinkorswim notifies you on, did that fill? Other than that, I would probably maybe change the trailing system. Maybe it would still be just every 2 bar. Maybe it would be every 2 trend bars. Maybe it would be 2 consecutive trend bars, but I think it would probably just be 2 trend bars, or just like it was before, just 2 bars. I would need to backtest it. Hopefully I don't have to do more backtesting for a while, because hopefully this current plan works. So on this trade, I would just get stopped out. I just lose what? I would enter at 2.5. Put this to the right. There we go. I would enter at 2.5430. Stop loss would be down here at 2.583. So that's a big fat 50-point stop loss, basically 40-point. So I would only trade 1 MNQ contract on this, and I would get stopped out for break even, or for -1 hour loss, and that's fine. Perfectly okay with that, because it's on plan. Alright, Thinkorswim does not want to cooperate. Let's find another. This is a cool example because this is my other setup. I have 2 main setups. Check it out, guys. This is my computer background. There's me and my wife on our honeymoon, and but this is my plan. And then Paul Tudor Jones quote. So I've got my gap fill trade and I've got my breakouts trade. So this is cool because this is a gap fill trade. So we just did a breakout trade example. Now we're going to do gap fill. So gap fill has to be outside the prior day range. This is the gap. We couldn't ever go for a breakout scenario here because it's gapped above. It's gapped just so far. It's gapped from 200 up to like 660 or 670. From 220 to 670, so it's just absurdly big gap. And I actually have that written in my rules right here, breakouts. In the first 90 minutes, ATR1 has to be less than the ATR14. Here's the ATR1 on my daily chart. Here's the ATR14. Ideally, the ATR1 is less than half of the ATR14. But in the first 90 minutes, there's more volatility, and we want to make sure we can capture the move. This is basically just like there's juice left to squeeze, is what the way I have it set up here is showing, or is just average true range. And if you have questions about that, you can just email me, hit me up on Discord. So we enter here because this is our plan. Enter here, or right here rather. Oh, with this trade, by the way, it's not like the breakout where it has to be on the next one. It can just be, this trade isn't coded. There's no signals for it. It's just, that's the way it is. So let me make sure that's clear. It's not really clear from my plan. And then what the hell? I don't need this to say 1 minute. Breakout. First fill is for gap fill. I don't even know what I want to say. I'm just trying to get this in writing so it's obvious, because I may not have all the thoughts in my head that I have right now. I need to get them on paper so I can remember them all. 2:30. It's good we did this example because I did not really have this in writing. I'm very tired, so I don't enunciate my words as well. I'm just so tired. But I'm gonna definitely want to reword this at some point, but for now, I just don't care. So let's just backtest this so I can go to bed. So we get the entry right here. This doesn't fill. This one would fill because the entry order would be right here. So stop loss for that. Put it right there. Oops, it's slanted. Remove drawing. Remove Full drawings. Remove clear drawing set. So, come on. Let's make this be fully, there we go, horizontal. Perfect. So now we're in. Now we look at this candle here, and we just trail every 2. Oh, and then we want to target 33 to 50% of the gap close. So from where we enter right here, 33 to 50, not 33 to 50% of the gap close. 33 to 50% for the setup, we want to target 33 to 50% of ATR 14 on the daily. So calculator, just get your calculator out. Just go 0.33 times today. The ATR 14 is at 406, so that's 133. So 133, great. And then 0.5, we'll just say 0.5. Well, that's just half, so it'd be like 200. So between 120 or 130 and 200, we'll just say 150 is a good place to target. So from below entry. So entry is at 631, so target would be at 480-ish, which is, you can draw it, you can put it right here. I just put it as 450. Cool. Is that right? That math? I'm so tired I have to check myself. 200 down would just be like 430. So 450 is 200 point move. One MNQ contract would net me almost $400 from this, which is pretty remarkable. So entry here, 631, stop loss up here, 57. So, or 35 to 57. So that's like 22 points, or $44. 22 points, one MNQ contract, it's $2 a point. So I could enter here with 3 MNQ contracts, risk about $120. That's what I would probably do, by the way. I'd probably enter with about 3 MNQ contracts right here. And by the way, my risk per day is going to be determined. That's going to actually be more variable too, and that's going to change depending on my performance to be more in line with Paul Tudor Jones and this great YouTuber named Alex Quant Trader. You know, he's a quant and he's retired now, but he made a ton of money trading, and he's got a great YouTube channel. I don't follow his setups. I've developed my setup on my own, but still, I think his channel has helped me learn some things. So enter here. We're in there, that's our stop loss. Moves down, we're just trailing every 2 with trend bars, or with in our direction, every 2 bars, we're just sliding our stop loss down. And I'm watching the 1 minute. So we're enter here, boom, decisive 1 minute bar. I'm probably gonna add a little bit on that. Slide my stop loss to be right here, because guess what? The 1 minute can override the 5 minute. And this is the art. Every part of my plan is a science. This part's entering is a science, trailing is a science, taking profit is pretty much a science, a little bit of an art, but mainly a science. But pyramiding, this part is an art, and it's just based on my knowledge of watching markets for 8 years and just get on pivotal 1 minute bars entering in. The key is I just have to make sure my stop loss always stays in the money. I don't want to, when I pyramid, one of the rules is I can't be risking more than my initial bet. So it either has to be break even or a very small loss. So this bar I'd bet on. Then go, so new, what can I draw? New stop loss goes to there. Boom. Alright, cool. So now we're moving down, up. Stop loss is still right here. Boom. Pivotal bar. I'm going to add more contracts, move stop loss down here. So back to the 5 minute, because this is where we trail. So I'm moving. Oh, and at this point we've hit our take profit. The first hour bar closes right here. So I'd probably get her out around 480 maybe. But guess what? This one, you could trail and go for that 50% move, because if you trail based on this, stop loss is here. And then at the close of this bar, the stop loss gets moved to here. Then at the close of this bar, the stop loss gets moved to here. And then it comes up here. And then at the close of this bar, the stop loss gets moved to here. So it could go so much further. But this already, with 3 contracts entered up here, a couple more down here, we're talking just a huge move that we captured. So this would be potentially a 30 or 40 hour trade, a month making trade. A trade that only comes along once every 2 or 3 months. So very good trade. And I hope this video wasn't super painful to watch for you as it was for me to make it. I feel like I'm not myself, hallucinating because I'm so tired and I can't put sentences together, but this is a part of the historical record. I'm being a transparent trader. I'm documenting my journey, so that's what this is about. And I don't really care about embarrassing myself because I know what I'm about. I know that I'm documenting this transparent. I know I want to help educate people, and I know I want to be a winning trader. And that's why I don't sell a course. I just want to document my journey so I can have credibility and so I can help some people, and that's the type of thing I want to do. And guess what? I'm going to be making money from trading so I won't have to charge anybody. I don't want to sell a course. I never will sell a course. I just want to help people, encourage people to work hard, but also help them because so many people have helped me, and I just want to pay it forward, really. So I'm really so tired. I've said that way too many times. That means it's time to end it. Really hope all this day isn't for nothing. I don't think it will be. I think it's going to be really worthwhile, and I'm just really excited to test this plan out and really put it in practice. I'm going to add some money to my account, and I'm going to, because I lost I lost my initial stake. I ran it from 2,100 up to 5,500. Didn't even withdraw any profits. I should have, but ran it all the way down to $500. So lost 90% from when it was at over 90% from when it was at its peak. But that led me to this, and this is going to lead me to the promised land. This is hopefully going to lead me to financial independence and financial freedom, which has been the goal since I started learning to trade when I was a freshman in college back in 2017, over 8 years ago, because I'm 26 now. So thank you for watching this. I love you. Peace.